My buddy is always trying to get me to take primitive survival classes. He's like, dude, you want to come and take some outdoor survival classes? No. What, you don't want to? No. Oh, all right, bro, I thought you said you wanted simpler living. Yeah, I meant I want to read more and I don't want to wash my face at night, okay? But I don't want to fight raccoons for my food. Are you fucking crazy? Look at me, I'm an indoor girl. This is what it looks like. I'm American. Without my Pontiac G6 and my condominium, I am just an unpeeled banana, just loudly stomping through the woods at a profoundly trackable rate. Like, you'd be amazed at how quickly an animal could eat me. They're gonna eat me first. I'm already in the posture of a corn dog. Look at me. I'm an upright walking stick of meat. I'm definitely gonna get fucking eaten. That's why I love shows. Don't put Americans on survival shows. We're the Fabergé eggs of this fucking planet. We are the most delicate, needy group of people on this planet. That's why I love this show, because I love seeing the hubris of Americans when they get on this show. They're always like, I'm gonna make this landscape my bitch. I ain't afraid of no bears or no wolves. See, we've all seen too many movies about the outdoors. We've seen The Revenant or The Grey or whatever. We've seen movies. We think you're gonna get eaten by mountain lions. It's not. In the wild, it's the little shit that kills you. And that's what I realized from the show. Like, I watched an episode of Alone one night where a field mouse took a man for everything it was fucking worth. And it was the greatest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It was so good. This big gruff guy from Montana's in his shed, and he wakes up in the morning and he opens up his food store and he's like, oh shit, oh my God, all my blueberries I harvested are gone. What the fuck? And he looks out the door and there's this fat little field mouse sitting there, covered in blueberries and shit, just scowling at him. And he's like, what the fuck? And he runs and it takes off. And so the next day, this guy gets up and he goes back to his food and he's like, fuck! It ate half of my chanterelles! Oh my God, what the... And he looks out and there's that mouse again. Cheeks stuffed full of mushrooms, just scowling at him. And so he's like, I gotta do something about this. This thing is gonna... I'm gonna starve. So the guy makes a trap and he hangs a little bit of his meat in the trap and he goes to bed. And in the morning, he checks the trap. And the trap is still set, and the meat is still hanging there. But in the hardest rodent flex of all time, he noticed that the mouse just chewed all of the fat off of the meat and did not trip the trap. And this man went full PTA mom. It was amazing. His voice got shrill, and he was like, no! This isn't the order of things. You're a mouse, you stay outside, and if you come inside, I humanely trap you and I put you outside, thus allowing karma to shine down on me. That's the way it works. And this mouse was sitting out there like, I ain't your typical bitch city mouse, am I? I came out here to do two things. That's fuck and chew the fat off stuff. And my wife didn't want to fuck this morning. So it looks like you're up to bat, you pink disappointment. And that guy just leaned on a log and was like, oh my God. He started crying. He started crying. It was so good. The mouse actually looked like it felt bad for him. Like the mouse was like, oh, come on, man. I didn't do you that bad. Last guy they dropped off out here, I ate his entire King James Bible in front of him. It took me 2 fucking weeks to get through. I didn't even like the taste. I just loved to listen to him scream at the moon every night. What a time to be alive. Oh, God. I also want you to know I walked down the aisle and I shook a bunch of hands. I shook your hands. I want to get this out of the way. I'm vaccinated before anybody fucking gets weird about it. I did the you don't even have to woo it. I don't know why the fuck I did it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I grew up in Maine in the middle of just, the person who wooed, never been to Maine. I mean, it's a shithole. People are always like, Maine, that's gorgeous. You like lighthouses and warm butter with your lobster. But there is 8 hours of buggy, hot, and somehow cold all at the same time. Racist inland, and that's where I'm from. And so, but I want you to know, I grew up in a small town, which means I don't know why I got the vaccine. I'm chock full. I am a piñata of deep Reddit ideas. Like, I am just full of, like, conspiracy theories and shit like that. My upbringing was so Stephen King. Like, I'm serious. I grew up in an area that was so Stephen King. I remember that the first time that me and my friends saw the movie Stand By Me, our only criticism of the movie was, oh yeah, it's a fine fucking movie and all, but if their dads are such bad alcoholics, how come their treehouse is finished? That was our only criticism of the movie. Because if you grew up in a rural area like we did, where all your friends' dads were alcoholics, you didn't get a treehouse like they had. You didn't get that cedar planked Howard Johnson's a reasonable 12 feet off the ground. What you got was 4 or 5 boards that your dad, in a rare moment of sobriety, before any of a dozen funerals that summer, nailed in the crook of a birch tree 45 fucking feet in the air. It was the most unsafe thing in 3 states. So we saw that movie and we were like, that's fucking Hollywood bullshit. Yeah, fuck that shit. But the rest of the movie, spot on. Yeah, good fucking flick. A freight train will do that to a body. That's true. Yeah. I went and got the vaccine, and I don't know why the fuck I did it. I was one of those people that was out there, like, just out going, hey, take the vaccine! Read the science! I want to be clear to you all. I've read none of the science. Yeah, I was just trying to sell you on I don't know what the fuck was in that thing. That thing may kill me. I don't know. I have no fucking clue. I just decided a while ago that I would rather die than live on the planet with a bunch of anti-vaxxers. But wait, before you go, stop. See, you think I'm saying I don't like anti-vaxxers, or I'm saying that not because I hate anti-vaxxers, but can you imagine how insufferable they're gonna be if they get this one right? Like really think about it. They've been wrong on a number of occasions. And then they reel in the biggest fucking fish of all time. You think they're ever gonna let you live that down? There's no fucking way. Every doctor after that, if they knew you took the vaccine and survived, they're gonna be like, oh, what's the matter with you? I don't know, I think I got shingles. Right on. Hey, you know what? Make him put a pine cone in his ass. What? Put a pine cone in your ass. That doesn't even sound like medicine. Oh, it doesn't, does it, vaccine boy? Because I think you were wrong a couple times before. Now I want you to go with the pedals going up. Okay, that's the only way it works. I can't be an anti-vaxxer. I drive a Hyundai Elantra. That Punisher sticker's gonna take up the entire back window on that car. I won't be able to see out the rear window on that fucking thing. It's crazy. I want you to know, people are like, why are people so vaccine hesitant now? Me, I'm the reason. I'm telling you, people are hesitant for vaccines because of my generation. That's it. I'm a child of the 90s. Like, I play in a punk band. I still tour in a punk band. I still love playing punk rock. I've been playing in bands since I was 15 years old. Do you know how many songs I wrote that were like, fuck the government! Never do what you're told! Do you know how much I love Rage Against? How many of us in the 90s were listening to, fuck you, I won't do what you're told! Yeah. Do you know how much of us love that song? I've seen memes going around like, remember when we said, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me, and now we're getting in line? We did all say that. I want to be clear. I said that. I did say all that. But I want to be clear about something. We didn't mean don't take medicine. I want to be clear. That's not what we were talking about. We're talking about, maybe if you're like Zach De La Roca, a person of color, and you're in a city in like Los Angeles, and there's a notoriously racist police organization policing your city, and you get pulled over and they want to go search your stuff, hold your middle finger up. If they don't have probable cause, that's your right. Or maybe you're like I am and you go to a redneck school and you're born genetically a man, but you identify as a different gender and you just want to live the way you want to live without a bunch of morons ruining your fucking day. Stand up. I'll stand with you. I will. Yeah. Take medicine! And people medicine, not horse medicine! Unless you're at a rave, then take horse medicine! That's the way it works! And if you have too much of the horse medicine, go back to the people medicine. That's the way it's always worked. Horse medicine is recreational. No one actually tries to solve shit with it. I did right out. It's crazy, I had that experience, and then almost immediately afterwards, like the next day, while I was coming down, I got norovirus, which, yeah, those of you that have had it, if you heard everybody in here, you heard a very low bass groan, like a, because if you have had norovirus, you know it. It is the worst illness. If you don't know what it is, it's that virulent stomach illness that lasts only like 20 hours, but it docks cruise ships, right? I didn't think you could get this shit unless you came into contact with a limbo stick that hadn't been properly sanitized. But you can get this shit on dry land, and oh my God, was it bad. I mean, that's the most sick I've ever been. I learned shit from norovirus. Seriously. For instance, man has pondered for generations whether it is possible for one's own soul to exit out one's own asshole. And I'm here to tell you all, I know the answer now. And the answer is no. It can't. But it can poke its head out. And my soul got a gander around because it almost came out of me. Holy God, not a very, very technologically, very primitive illness, that one. A king killer, the kind of illness that halted the exploration of continents. It was bad. Like, I like to imagine if norovirus is a person, he's just a real straight shooter. You know what I mean? If norovirus was a guy, he's like, COVID? That's a designer illness. I mean, really, think about it. What does COVID do? You know what I mean? Long COVID, you have all these crazy symptoms, you got loss of sense of smell or taste, you've got brain fog, neuropathy, the shakes, right? Fever. Every illness is different for every person. It tailors it to you. That is a nice illness. COVID is the J.D. Power and Associates Illness of the Year. And that is a nice illness. But not me. Norovirus, not me. I'm a meat and potatoes type of guy. Just give me a lot of liquid out the face and butt. That's what I like. Because I fucking died. 18 hours, oh my God. Have you ever been so sick like that? That you're just sitting there, and at some point you're just like, there's nothing left. At one point, I had been shitting and barfing for so long, so aggressively, that at one point I heard my own voice. I don't remember saying it. I heard it reverberate off our bathroom tile. I just heard my voice shrill and go, Oh, now you're just showing off. It's like my body was out doing donuts on the 50-yard line and it's El Camino. Check it out, bro. Oh, there's more down here. Whenever human beings get too high on themselves, norovirus is there to remind you of what you are. We believe ourselves to be too much. We're always like, oh, human beings, the most evolved species on the planet. Whenever I hear somebody say that, I want to be like, oh, really? And then hold up a Polaroid, just a profile of them, naked. Their ass sealed to a porcelain hole in a house. Legs up on a squatty potty. They look like a gargoyle outside a Bed Bath & Beyond. Right? Hair scraggly. In their hands, a giant steel pot. Usually reserved for slow simmering family stews. But not today. It's for the front half of you. To leak in like a yoga studio ceiling. I want to hold up a photo of that person. Oh, we're the most evolved species, are we? I'm one of God's miraculous creations.